Welcome everybody to sunny beaches of Daytona, as we are ready to race into the night for the final race of the regular season. It is the Coke Zero Sugar 400 from Daytona on the MSN. I'm your host, USA Hendrick fan, joined along CM 2.0 and Neo. Guys, what can we expect from today's race as we race into the nighttime?
Well, I can say that this race is going to be very strategic for all these teams, whether it be fuel strategy, where to finish, etc. How about you, Neo?
Daytona has always been a tough track on the schedule, and I can assure you these drivers will go all out tonight, as we will see 3 to 4 wide racing, even encountering a flip maybe. Who knows? This track is so unpredictable sometimes.
Let's now look at some drivers to look out for. Ross Chastain is starting second in today's race and is a home game for the number 1 machine. The Florida native is currently 2 points behind the 20th Christopher Bell for the last spot to keep his season alive. Could this be the night where Chastain can chase for a championship?
One guy you need to look out for is the number 17 of Chris Buescher. Buescher has been really fast and is so determined to keep his points lead. With a lead in the points and 13 points above the postseason cut line, he'll just need to be in a decent position to keep his season alive.
Tyler Reddick, the one to watch. He's made some great moves. Reddick is so far below the cut line, only 12 points. As of right now, he's probably one of those best drivers to watch. So keep an eye out for Tyler Reddick, and boy, howdy, this is going to be a great race.
Chase Briscoe has had an abysmal last few races. At the beginning of the season, it looked like Briscoe's time to shine in the 19 car as he was above the cut line. Now he's just been sitting so low in the points as he's 24 points below the cut line. If you want to root for a driver to make an insane comeback, you better be rooting for that 19 Toyota as he still has a chance to make it into the postseason.
Very interesting storylines as we are ready to get to man for today's race. Let's go trackside.
Alright, let's get this race underway here at Daytona, guys. Drivers, start your engines.
Engines are fired up here at Daytona. We're all set to go to the World Center of Racing. Now let's send it down to the booth with IBCS and East Coast Racing Network. Well, they'll be calling all the action.
Thank you guys for that wonderful pre-race show. Here up in the booth today, it is me, Interstate Battery Cup Series, alongside a very special guest, East Coast Racing Network. East Coast, welcome up to the booth.
Thank you for having me, Interstate Batteries. It is going to be a wild 14 laps in Daytona. We've got 41 cars, more than 40 cars in the field today. Taking on the high banks of Daytona, it is going to be a wild 14 laps today.
Yeah, absolutely. And adding on, this is the regular season finale, so only 8 drivers will keep their season alive here at Daytona. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. On pole today is Brad Keselowski, next to Ross Chastain. Row 2, you'll find Kyle Larson, next to Joey Logano.
Row number 3, it's the 17 of Chris Buescher from Prosper, Texas, and the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Row 4, Christopher Bell and Josh Berry.
So we got Ty Gibbs next to the 7, Justin Haley, and the 12 of Ryan Blaney next to his best bud of Chase Elliott.
The 10 is Ty Dillon next to the 45 of Tyler Reddick, the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, and Mr. Controversial Carson Hocevar.
Then you got the 19 of Chase Briscoe next to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., then Cole Custer next to Eric Jones.
Back behind them in row 11, it's Austin Dillon, and the 4 of Noah Gragson behind them, Willie B, William Byron, a great driver here in Daytona, and the 71 of Michael McDowell.
Then we got Dane Smith next to Alex Bowman, and then it's Kyle Busch next to Ryan Preece.
Behind them, Riley Herbst and another amazing Daytona racer, Super Speedway racer Austin Cindric. Behind them, Bubba Wallace, another good Daytona racer next to another good Daytona racer, Jonathan Nemechek.
Then it's Denny Hamlin next to Todd Gilliland, and Shane Van Gisbergen next to Corey LaJoie.
Justin Allgaier and Connor Daly, followed by Connor Zilish and Derek Kraus, and rounding out today's field is Elio Castroneves.
Here's today's race and analysis. 14 laps here at Daytona. Field window will be 10 to 11 laps. It is the regular season finale here at Daytona, so you bet that these drivers will be making a lot of noise. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of Brad Keselowski and Ross Chastain. We're underway from Daytona.
The cars rocket down to turn number 1, and the number 6, Fast and All Forward, takes the lead early. He's got a nose ahead of the 1. They make their way back to the Daytona Superstretch for the first time. Keselowski's got help from the 5, and it's help from Joey Logano to the 1 of Ross Chastain.
Cars spread out right now. Ross Chastain still side by side with Brad Keselowski. Keselowski with an assist from Kyle Larson, and barely he's going to lead that lap against Ross Chastain.
Still gridlocked as they head back to turn number 1. Kyle Larson continuing to push the 6. Looks like the 6 is going to get clear now. The outside line begins to fall back. Top 2 on the inside clear. Here comes Buescher back behind the 5 as well. 3 lines forming now. Here comes the 7 of Haley up high.
Chris Buescher takes third away from Ross Chastain as Chastain's going to lose a little bit of ground. Can't be able to side draft. The 17 of Chris Buescher as Brad Keselowski is going to lead lap number 2 with help from Kyle Larson.
They break back straight on. Big move from the 5. Here it comes to the outside. Big help from the 1. And the 5 goes to the point. That outside line now trying to get rolling. It's Larson, Chastain, and Logano up high.
All the tables have turned here at Daytona. We take a look at the back of the field. This is the second pack, consisting of Zane Smith leading it as Kyle Larson is going to lead that lap. We got a
car on the wall.
Chastain into the wall. Bell is spinning around. Huge impact for Christopher Bell, and that is going to impact his season hard.
8th and 9th in points. Ross Chastain takes a hard hit. He is 9th in points, and Christopher Bell 8th in points. A big spin that will send him to the back of the pack. It is a big incident exiting the Tri-Oval, a place of much chaos here in Daytona, as we all know.
Yeah, absolutely. And we take a look at Christopher Bell. I think he got a bump from the 54 of Ty Gibbs that caused his spin. But yeah, those are the cars who wrecked. They're going to be out of today's race. That'll mean that for 8th place, it's going to be anyone's race. As we take a look, we have a red flag now here at Daytona. Apparently, the lights around the track are not that bright enough, according to teams. So they will have a red flag to fix the lights and get them bright enough for them.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We don't usually see this at all in stop motion. And Daytona, without lights, you can only imagine what chaos that would be at night without lights. So this is definitely an important red flag for NASCAR to address this issue. Let's see what happens under this red flag, see who's able to reset and try to make their way up through the field once we go back green.
In the meantime, though, it's going to be a while for NASCAR to get the lights back, to get the lights bright enough. But we will be back right after this commercial break. Stay tuned for the restart. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, and Joey Logano are your top 3.
I'm racing. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and the time to get yourself in.
Welcome back to Daytona. It's the Coke Zero Sugar 400. The lights are now brighter. That'll mean that the cars are ready to get back rolling. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano make up their top 3 as we are ready to come back to the green flag.
Ready to get to the restart. We've got Kyle Larson, one of the most fortunate super speedway drivers, that is for sure. Larson leads him back to green. He's got help from Logano. Up high, it's RFK. It's that dynamic duo of Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher.
Both Larson and Keselowski are dead even right now. Larson with help from the bottom line with Logano. But behind Brad Keselowski, it's his RFK teammate of Chris Buescher. As Larson and Keselowski still side by side, it's going to be tight for whoever's going to lead that lap. Barely it's going to be Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson leads here in Daytona. Help on that bottom line. You know, Buescher's going to try and make a move at some point, or will he? Will he stay with Keselowski? You got the points leader in the 17, trying to hold his advantage. Second in points, that's Josh Berry right there. He's fourth on that inside line. Buescher's going to make the move. Here he comes to the outside. He's got help from the 54.
Through wide in the back right now. Larson pulling away from the field. Oh! Logano! Crash! Kyle Larson hits the wall hard, and a major pileup on the front straightaway takes out so many fellow contenders. Josh Berry's involved. Ty Gibbs, Justin Haley, who was 7th in points, is going to be out of today's race.
Unbelievable. Your points leader, Chris Buescher, barely makes it through. You talked about Justin Haley, who is 6th in points, is caught up in this, and 2nd in points as well is Josh Berry. That is going to be huge championship implications. What a huge incident off turn 4. It's the big one in Daytona.
And man, Berry couldn't do anything about it. He just got turned by, I believe, the 47 car. We'll take a look at the bump from Logano. Yeah, big bumps from Joey's. The red flag will be out once again. Cars are going to be stopped on the back straightaway like they were on the last red flag. But a lot of cars being taken out of today's race.
You talked about Larson getting that bump from Logano right up off turn 4. A really odd spot to get a push. Upsets the 5 of Larson. And Larson's super speedway unfortunate trend continues. He is in the garage along with many others in the Coke Zero Sugar 400.
Very sad for Kyle Larson. He did win the Daytona 500. Well, the cars are rolling once again. The red flag has been lifted as the cars are getting ready to come to pit road. Let's send it down to our pit reporters, starting off with Phantom RL.
Joey Logano surrenders his lead to pit for a can of Sunoco fuel and 4 tires. He told his team that he wants a good pit stop to keep them the lead.
Connor Zillage, the young phenom, is only in his 2nd IBCS race. He stated that though he may not be the best super speedway racer, he thinks that taking only gas will be good enough to make up spots.
Josh Berry is stuck on pit road due to the wreck he was in. Currently he is getting repairs, but he will get 4 tires of fuel when he's finished.
Alex Bowman's going to win the race off of pit road, barely being out Riley Herbst. Buescher's going to get dirt away from Denny Hamlin. As you take a look at the 21 of Josh Berry, who had to start in the rear of the field, doing because he took repairs, was able to get his 4 tires and fuel. As we are getting ready for the restart, Alex Bowman, Riley Herbst, both side by side, coming to the green flag here at Daytona.
We're back underway with just 3 laps to go in the Coke Zero Sugar 400. It's a shake-up at the front because here's Alex Bowman. Your points leader Chris Buescher's right behind. Can Buescher sneak out another win in Daytona? Or will it be the Toyota duo up top with Herbst and Hamlin? And Briscoe, mind you.
Well, big run from Alex Bowman, trying to get past the 35 of Riley Herbst. Herbst is trying to bounce back on the top line. Coming to the trioval, 2 laps to go here at Daytona.
They remain gridlocked. It's Alex Bowman. Here they come. No more gridlock. It's a big move to the outside. Chase Briscoe all the way up against the wall. Looks like the top 3 are clear. And now Buescher with the move. The points leader to the point. Now here comes the 3rd line. Briscoe's got a huge push from Gregson.
Unbelievable race as we come towards turns 3 and 4 now. Buescher comes off a 4. He'll see the white flag here at Daytona International Speedway. 1 lap to go.
There they go.
Around. Booth crash on the last lap. Zillage is involved. Huge pile up. Reddick is going to get out second. and the points leader of Chris Buescher will take the regular season finale here at Daytona.
Buescher's going to capitalize on the big wreck as they came back to the start-finish line. It's going to be Buescher who wins the race with Tyler Reddick coming home second. An unbelievable finish in Daytona. Can you believe what you've just seen?
No, I'm not. I cannot believe it. It's rare that we see cautions that end the race and NASCAR stop motion. But there's Chris Buescher. He was able to make it past the line when they hit the white flag, so therefore his win will be official. And there's the big wreck that occurred. Austin Center carnage the wall. Adversity is the only word I could describe his season. He has had a very tough season this year. But Reddick will be able to get out second. I believe that's enough to get him into the postseason, as Chris Buescher's gonna burn it down here on the front straightaway at Daytona.
Unbelievable. Chris Buescher out of Prosper, Texas, which, by the way, has a population of 30,000, is going to win in Daytona. Bubba Wallace, William Byron also make it into the championship. 4 unbelievable scenes in Daytona.
Byron and Wallace will take the last 2 of 3 spots for the championship 4 to be guaranteed for the championship race. Meanwhile, Austin Dillon has taken the final contender 5 spot by about 6 points over, I believe, Brad Keselowski. Very heartbreaking for Brad Keselowski in the number 6 car. As we are ready to take a look at your finishing results, Chris Buescher has won here at Daytona, followed up by Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith, Bubba Wallace, and Connor Daly running after top 5.
How about Connor Daly, top 5 for him? We see Michael McDowell in 12th as well with some standout performances here. Byron, Mr. Daytona, comes home 6th as well. You see some other good super speedway racers here like Kyle Busch come home 13th. And Ryan Preece in the 15th position. He did not flip this time, luckily for him, and most fortunately for him. So definitely interesting to see how these finishing results play out. And here's the point standings.
Yeah, Austin Dillon, like I said, barely beats out Brad Keselowski for the top 8 points, but by just 6 points. Kyle Busch, the season 1 champion, will also be in the contender 5. Josh Berry, by just 2 points, missed out on being guaranteed for the championship 4. Well, folks, that'll do it here at Daytona. I want to give a huge thank you to USA Hendrick fan, CM 2.0, and Neo for being our pit reporters for today. Sorry, our pre-race show for today. Then we also got Cadillac Cup Series, Phantom RL, and Milk for being our pit reporters. And I want to give a huge thank you to East Coast Racing Network for joining me up in the booth today. East Coast, you have anything else to say?
Thanks so much for having me. Interstate Batteries was definitely fun to commentate here in Daytona. A wild race setting up for a wild rest of the season, that is for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, East Coast. Well, we'll see y'all in the next race at North Wilkesboro, where the best finisher out of the 5 contender 5 drivers will make it into the championship 4.